I'm week 30 today. How exciting. And my baby boy are finally in their 30s. Now it does seem to be going fast now. At first it was super slow and taking forever. Pregnancy, I was like super slow motion. Now I'm like, oh my gosh, week 30 and whew. Can't wait to go to the doctor to get more measurements again and his heartbeat check. They say he's perfectly healthy, so that's great. I just feel like I'm not getting as fat. I'm kind of chunky, but at least my mom and family can tell that I'm getting chunkier. But I'm like, oh, okay, because for me, I'm like, I don't feel like I'm getting chunkier enough to make sure he's healthy and whatnot while he's growing, of course, and getting mama chunky and whatnot. But yeah, I will see tomorrow. My mommy's gonna take me. That's what I was gonna call her. Sally, you're gonna fall. Gosh, she's annoying lately. But yeah. Mama's gonna take me, and at least my mom could drop me off and go home because we live in Modesto and it's convenient. And they pick me up because last time, now the doctors take a long time. I'm just sitting in the waiting room for almost like an hour now, so I'm like, oh, this sucks. It's taking forever. The only thing too I don't like about this doctor is it's all morning appointments. My old doctor would at least let me see them in the evening, and that was like more convenient for me because it's like every time. So it's always every Wednesday and at 10 a.m. every Wednesday, and it's like it really sucks. But I guess that's how when she sees pregnant women, because every time I go in there, it's nothing but pregnant women. Because she also sees regular people and whatnot too. But because I seen a man in there, unless he was asking something for a wife. But yeah, it's annoying. Because the earlier is a little bit more harder to travel to get a ride to. Because at least a taxi would be much cheaper if it was in Turlock. All the way in Modesto, a taxi would be like $50. So I'm like, that's expensive. That sucks. But anyways, doing good. My ribs were killing me the other night, so I must have been stretching my stomach and whatnot. And baby growing definitely, because I was like, that was painful. And usually I'm used to that now, so I know when it does that. Usually baby's growing and my organs are moving up again more, just moving around, and it's like, ow. It's very uncomfortable. It's like just a stinging sensation in your rib cage. It's like, whew. But yeah, besides that, I've been good. I thank the Lord Jesus so much, and everything's good, healthy. Today I went to Walmart and I got vitamin C because it's been super windy. It's getting cold now. It went from hot. It went from 105 degrees to us burning all in California, burning to the ground in New Mexico, Colorado, all of us, and Washington, Oregon. It went from that to super windy and cold. But today, like I said, is actually kind of hot. That's why I have my sleeves rolled up and I'm not wearing a sweater right now because I'm like, now it's kind of cold. I mean hot, sorry. But yeah. What was I saying? Oh no, pregnant brain kicked in for a second. Ugh, I forgot what I was saying. But the weather, yeah. So I got vitamin C. I got a beetroot pill because I read that beetroots are really good and the baby can have that, and a B12 and the baby can have that, and it's healthy for the baby. So I'm gonna just be on those with my prenatal. Try to be as healthy as I can for my baby boy, especially since this is it. The last 2 months, it's so exciting till I meet my baby boy. When he kicks in my stomach and all. Usually, like I said, he loves my right side so much. He's always on mommy's right side, on the lower half of my tummy and whatnot. Usually under my belly button or right where or above my belly button a little bit. But oh my gosh, I love when he kicks mommy. It's like the best feeling in the whole world to feel your baby human being inside there. It is wonderful. It is amazing. It is terrific. It is a huge blessing. It is like the Lord. It is just brilliant. I love when he kicks. He makes me laugh and he makes me smile all the time. I love it so much. Lately he's been sleeping more than kicking. Some days he has mostly all days kicking, and lately he's just been more sleepings and kicking off and on or twirling off and on, and that's it. He's just been more sleepings, but I talk to him all the time, of course. Like I say, I listen to music with him. I love him so much. I love him so much already. I can't wait to meet him. Meeting him, I already know at the hospital, I'm just gonna be like, I'm gonna be like, I'm crying because I'm so happy. I'm gonna be like, leave me alone. First, you know, you cry in pain, obviously. It's not the best feeling ever. Especially since I want to do everything natural. Like, I'm gonna try no epidural. I don't like that because I don't like the chemicals going to my son. I'm gonna try at least, you know, God willing. I'm trying and everything normal. I don't want to C-section unless me and him are in the danger zone, of course. And if we're gonna die and whatnot, then I'm like, of course, obviously. But that is not my prayer and my wish. My wish is natural, natural, natural. Everything natural, and I gotta circumcise my poor baby boy because it's healthier and good for him. But I'm like, oh, I just really pray he doesn't feel it. It's just easy and simple, you know. He heals quickly and it's all good. My little baby boy, because it's super funny because I grew up with girls, like girl cousins, and then my half siblings. So like we're more girls than boys for a little bit. So I'm like, I'm not used to men at all or boys at all. I didn't grow up with men really at all. I just had my mommy and me and just nothing but female family members usually, and female friends that come to the house. Sometimes, you know, well, obviously I have uncles and whatnot, but like I barely seen them. And then my dad I seen a little bit off and on too much childhood, I mean. But I'm like, I wasn't raised with boys, so I'm gonna be like, oh, it's gonna be my first time completely raising a male, my little man. And he's gonna have manners and respect. He's not gonna be like this generation of insanity, of corruption, of being with the devil. Like, nope, nope, nope. Like, totally different. I'm gonna pray over him. I already dedicate him back to the Lord. I thank the Lord for the gift that he is. And I love him so much, and I pray he always follows God all the days of his life, obviously, because I'm like, this world's crazy. People will lie to you, people will cheat you. This world's nothing about sex and money. That's all it is. Sex and money, that's all this world's about, and it's just evil. And the majority of this world is just corrupted. All of our governors and all that, and all of our presidency, under the presidency, all that stuff, all the senates and whatnot, senators, it's all corrupted and evil and demonic, and they're all like approve of satanic things. And what I mean by that is, like, you know, they approve of abortion, they approve of everything opposite of the Bible, they approve of everything opposite of what God created and how he made everything so beautiful. And nature they ruin by burning it down to the ground and saying that the fires are on accident, and when it's them burning it to the ground. So yeah, and them corrupting this world and killing all the animals off all the time. I'm not even talking about hunters. If you're gonna like hunt something and you're gonna shoot it to eat it, okay, I understand. I understand, okay? It's just not my preference. I'm not gonna do that. My son can if he wants to. I'm like, that's fine too, of course. If he's gonna go with daddy, I'm like, I'm not saying that, but people that just like kill for fun, or just like kill and then they don't even gonna eat the meat or anything like that. That's what I hate and makes me mad, because that's just killing God's nature. And all the animals are just like really, really low and almost extinct all the time now. Like elephants, they torture. Lions, they torture across the seas. So it's like every animal now they torture. And then they have to go in the sea and torture all of them, and they gotta kill all the whales because they're trying to gain all that, like the oil and whatnot from them. So it's like, oh my gosh, they just kill all God's beautiful creation. Humans just came on the earth and just devoured it and made it a ton worse. Like the poor beautiful earth with just the animals and plant life would probably just be gorgeous and pure and amazing. Humans come and corrupt it. That's what humans do. They allow evil inside them, and they just want to have sex with one another, and they just want money. That's all they care about. And they're just, majority of human beings are evil. And very rare, thank goodness, that there's very rare few of us that love the Lord and are kind-hearted and loving and sweet and generous. And I'm like, thank the Lord that there's a few left. Like when I meet a nice person, I want to cry. Old person, teenager, 30-year-old, it don't matter, like any age. I'm like, oh, you're a nice person. It feels so good to meet another nice person because it's so rare. But I'm going to raise him like that, to be a good human being. It's like when you get older and you date a girl, don't lie to her, don't cheat on her, don't say, oh, that girl's hot in front of her, because that's very rude, very disrespectful. Like, you don't need to be looking at a girl, well, you know, because men are more visual that God made them. So they're gonna look at girls with bikinis and stuff like that, and etc. etc. But yeah, because men are a different species than us women. Us women are more faithful, but there's a lot of women that cheat also. I'm like, yes, I do agree with that too. But women, we don't have that problem. We don't have the technical difficulties like men do. So men are visual, like everything they see, they need or want or get. Women were like, we see something, well, we see like clothes and stuff that we're interested in. And you know, some girls, I'm not really a designer kind of clothing kind of girl, as you could tell. Am I wearing any designer clothes? No, these are like from Walmart and whatnot. It's like, no, I'm not a designer kind of girl. I'm not gonna get dressed fancy pantsy every day, but at least not every day, only when I'm occasions going out. But but yeah, but I'm definitely gonna teach him at least no cheating, no lying. If you're like not interested in the girl that you're dating with, then just break up with her. Don't even like mess with her self-esteem and damage her like that. Just say that I just feel like my feelings are not there anymore, and you know, and that's it, you know. Like, I'm trying and do it in a kind way. I don't want him to be a jerk. I don't want him to be like, oh, I want to sleep with every girl in high school. I don't want him to be like that. That's terrible. That is a terrible, it's not even funny. It's terrible. It's like, I don't want you to get a girl knocked up at 14 like some men do because they were raised wrong. It'd be like, that is terrible. No, like, not at all. Like, wait till you meet someone that you're in love with, marry her, have kids with her, get a home, get a vehicles, and live life normal, and love God, have a household that's peace, and not a girl that's like a witch and like she yells at you or wants to fight you or etc etc. I'm like, you're not gonna want that. So I'm gonna do video 2 because this one's gonna get long again too.